Guess what?
What?
I don't think you care or it matters, but Nintendo just announced an Indie World Showcase tomorrow.
Ooh.
They're doing this weird thing this year, it seems like, where they're waiting until like a day or a few days before, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're doing this tomorrow. I'll see you then. Just figured I'd share that only because I'm gonna remember that because my favorite band's putting out their first single and showing off their new
Mhm.
art and album and stuff. So
So hopefully you're working from home tomorrow.
no, I'm working at the office tomorrow, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. I was
Oh
gonna
shit!
say,
Oh, I gotta remind you. You know what's
huh?
Friday?
What's Friday?
The Bluey game.
Oh
It's
yeah.
coming out this Friday. All you parents who are listening, go buy the Bluey game for your kids. It's on all systems.
But wait, if it's coming out this Friday, when I gotta
What
check.
happened?
I'm pretty sure the delivery date said the 20th for me though.
That is said the 17th.
Okay, yeah, that's what it usually does. Usually the day of.
Oh, so you ordered it physically on Amazon?
Yeah. Oh, I wanted the physical game.
Somebody's got to have something to open.
True. Yeah, usually those are day and date at showing up at your house. But maybe this isn't like a huge release game, so they're not doing that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Things work weird. My neighbor's home. He
Up.
just beeped his horn.
Oh, damn. Yeah, saying now arriving November 20th. But apparently at one point it was saying expected January 2nd. I'm like, the hell?
What? That's
Yeah.
way too long.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, dude, what the hell? This is a pre-order.
Anyway, good abrupt start. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing well after a really surreal fucking week last week.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm doing well.
Good.
Yeah. I'm not mad anymore.
Well, that's good that you're not mad anymore.
Yeah. It was worth the frustration and aggravation of not sleeping.
Hey, sometimes it just
We need to take the week.
I didn't get the week. I got 2 days, which I'm not going to complain. It was nice. If you ever get the chance to just have a spur of the moment trip to Epcot with no kids, take it. It's worth it.
yeah, that was awesome.
Take the chance if you get it.
I was jealous.
Sorry, man. Is that what was wrong on she told you on Saturday at the wedding, right?
Yes.
And that's what made you jealous then?
No. Well, yeah, kind of, but
Did that happen? Did she tell you before or after our conversation about which park or rides we liked the most?
oh, that was after. So I'm assuming that's what the excitement was all about when we were at the table. When we were talking about the parks.
Gotcha.
Apparently, if I remember the conversation my wife was telling me, when she found out it was around that time, and that's why they were having the conversation that they did.
Ah, okay. That would make sense. Yeah, I had no fucking clue. I wish you could have been here just to hear how that morning went, because you woke me up at 4, and I'm like, what time is it? I looked at my phone, and it was 4. I'm like, I still have 2 hours before my alarm. I'm going back to sleep, and rolled over. And she's like, no, you gotta get up. We gotta go.
Now, did
It
you
was cool.
guys fly back the same day, or did you fly back the next day?
The next day, next morning.
Yay!
Yep, flew out there Monday morning, flew back Tuesday morning.
Did you stay on property or some? Oh no, you stayed at.
The Swan and Dolphin, man.
Ooh, how was that one?
It was nice. I liked it. Didn't have a good view from our room, but that's not what it was for. It was just a place to sleep. But it was cool. And it gave us the extended hour, so we were there until fucking 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
I forgot. I forgot the Good Neighbor Resorts did that.
Mm-hmm. Took the boat back, hung out. It was cool.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forget what the song for Guardians this time around when we wrote it was. I'm trying to remember now. It wasn't one of the ones we had already.
Okay.
Oh fuck. It was one of the more disco-y ones. I was hoping that we were going to get September, but we didn't.
Hmm.
I'll have to ask her, see if she remembers.
Here's the
Anyway,
better question. Did you
yeah.
see Figment?
No, not this time. But we did ride. Why am I forgetting the name of it? It's yours and my wife's favorite ride.
Living with the Land?
Living with the Land, yeah. Made sure to ride that.
If
And
you
then at
go
the
to
end of the
Epcot and you don't ride that ride, shame on you.
Okay, if you go to Magic Kingdom and you don't ride the People Mover, shame on you.
I ride the People Mover.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I like that ride. At the end of the day, we rode Test Track twice back to back.
Ooh.
Literally, as they were closing, we got off, ran to the front, and got back in line again. It's a good way to close it out.
Yeah, very much. So you guys were little kids, huh?
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, sure, it's fun to take your kids and experience all that, but when it's just you two, you can actually enjoy stuff and get stuff done.
Yeah, that I could definitely say is the difference between the last two times that we went. When we went with Sawyer, don't get me wrong, having him go on the rides, seeing his reaction on things, wouldn't trade it for the world.
But
But when we went for our honeymoon, it was just the two of us.
it makes a world of difference.
Oh yeah. you want to see the waddling little preggers run from ride to ride to ride?
Jesus.
That was us on a honeymoon.
Well, you know how my week was. How was your week?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was quiet. For the most part, just the same normal stuff. Weekend was packed full of cleaning.
Trying to get ready for the thing.
Uh-huh. Because Callie's made it known that it's basically a month and a half away.
Yeah.
Fuck. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Sorry. Are you ready for the baby shower?
Yeah.
Nope. I know that. No, you're not.
I'm there physically. Nah, it's cool. I get to see a bunch of people that we haven't seen in a while, and it's not at my house, so it's not my mess that I got to clean up. So
I know. I will go to bed soon. My phone's yelling at me, saying your bedtime reminder's coming up. I'm working on it.
We got a podcast to finish. Come on.
Fuck. I was gonna say something and I forgot now. Hopefully it wasn't important. What? I'm trying to think. I don't. Oh, now I remember. I gotta ask you about this because you said it made you hype last night. You really got excited that we both duoed a dungeon in Destiny?
it was exciting. Holy shit! This is the first. I think I don't know if it was just because of us duoing, or it's finally I'm finally getting the hang of the game again. But the fact that I was able to go through like almost that entire boss battle. I think I died maybe once or twice, and it was because for stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the first time I didn't feel like a useless blueberry.
You also knew the mechanics and got them done right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And duoing it is a big deal too. Like soloing a dungeon, sure, that's a thing on its own, but it's you got to be really, really good. They're designed for 3 people, and it's a hype thing because that's what like me and Brian used to do. Was just dungeon comes out, we both do it. We don't get a third person, and now we got us 3 to play. So now you're learning. You're coming up now. So yeah, you're no longer a blueberry.
Woohoo!
You can clearly hold your own. Now we got to do prophecy and see how well you do there. Prophecy's next, so we can
Well,
do that.
on the topic of stuff that's coming up in Destiny,
But hang on,
are you
hang
up for
on,
the season? Nope.
hang on.
Oh,
Do you want to get into the news?
yes.
Okay. Uh, this the you know who we are. We're episode 49. I'm Adam.
And I'm Mike.
Okay. Now what about what's going on?
Are you ready for the next season?
Yeah, only because I'm interested in. I mean, I'm still stuck on the story, and I want to see what new game thing they have to play. But beyond that, I want to know what the timeline's going to look like now.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Just like as a continuation from before, where they had laid off a bunch of employees, and news came out about them pushing back the release date for the final shape. Apparently, like they still haven't come out and said anything about it, haven't confirmed it. But the one TWAB that they did, like after all the layoffs and stuff, kind of alluded to it. And then if you looked at their Twitter profile, X profile, whatever you want to call it, the release date for the final shape is no longer in their bio.
Okay.
So they haven't said anything about it, but they're probably waiting for like a more solid day to be like, okay, yeah, we're pushing this until this day for XYZ reasons. But yeah, are you excited for the next season? Even though it might be 7 months long.
It better be damn good.
No, I'm excited just because this is going to be my.
Yeah, we dealt with somewhat for like the missions and stuff that are still around, but this is like my first foray with the Wish Dragon.
Oh, the
So-
Ahamkara. Yeah, you haven't done. Well, it's technically your second. We pulled you into the raid before, where we were trying to burst down Riven before it caused us to wipe. So you were there with Riven,
Yes, I saw what Riven looked like, but
but you don't
like
really.
I
know,
wasn't
like,
there
whole
for the
thing
story.
behind them.
Right.
Fair enough.
So that doesn't count.
Okay. I am interested in what they're gonna do with this whole thing, because they are supposed to be wiped out. But here's Savathun's got an egg.
What I'm
What I'm thinking might happen is now that like you guys were how like we were talking about, where why do I keep forgetting her damn name?
Mara.
Yeah,
how she has an egg herself.
what I think is what's going to on either her egg has something to do with
What happens in the final shape, or something happens to this egg, and where we have to kill it or something like that. And Mara's egg is the reason why we're able to get into the final shape,
or get into the Traveler.
The only wrinkle with that is the egg that we got from Savathun's spire is uncorrupted, whereas the one that Mara had, I believe, was corrupted.
I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm not absolutely sure. A lot of people have said like it wasn't in the skybox at the same time, like it was there, and then during Season of Arrivals, I think, or something. No, the one where Savathun's in the crystal, it disappeared. The egg wasn't in the same chamber.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what's up with that. It's never come up in the stories since before either. So, don't know.
Now my question is, why the hell would she take a corrupted egg then?
It's not that she would take it. It's just that it was probably from Riven. Like her and the Wish Dragon kind of like formed not a bet. They formed an agreement, and to do so, they used like Mara's Techians and stuff like that to keep the constraints nice and tight. It's kind of like a contract, so that way Riven couldn't step outside of that and do the shit that she wanted, even though that happened anyway. And
Yeah.
that's why things are the way they are in the Dreaming City and stuff. But I think that that egg that Mara had was from her.
Okay.
That's all I know. This is Since we're on the topic of Destiny, this isn't anything we have to talk about until later, I guess,
Mm.
because the Game Awards put out their nominees, like for all the different categories and stuff. So if you want, we can go
Yeah.
through that later too. Like I haven't looked at it, except
Yeah.
for one thing that's come up, or two things that have come up. But we can go through the list and like pick out our choices for who's going to win and stuff like that too.
Okay.
Bungie was getting dunked on today because of it too.
Why?
Destiny 2 was nominated for Best Community Support in a Game, and they just last week fired their like almost entire community support team. So I was like, oh, wonderful. That's rough.
Yeah, a little bit.
And of course, all the people that got fired from the community team were just like laughing and making jokes about it, and it's just like, how fucking ironic.
You guys won an award because of our work. Nice job.
It's also saddening too in a way because when they did win for community support, nobody from the community team was there to accept the award. It was two of the game leads.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you send the team that won the award to do that? But I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited
bastards.
for those nominations. I haven't looked at all the categories and stuff, but the Game of the Year nominee, there are 6 of them. Kind of surprised.
Okay.
I'll just say that. I'm not going to tell you until we talk about it, but I'm kind of surprised.
I'm
You okay?
intrigued.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Are you a big GTA fan? Do you care anymore?
Not really. I played around with GTA 5, but that was about it. Well, actually, not even GTA 5. Was it 3?
I'm guessing it was probably 3 in San Andreas is where you stopped back on like PS2, PS3 time.
Yeah.
Okay. But then I guess this doesn't matter to you, but they finally confirmed, yes, GTA 6 is coming, as we all knew, and they're going to show a trailer of it in December. So they finally confirmed it and said, yeah, it's coming out. We'll show you later.
After God knows how many years.
Big speculation, too, that they might show the trailer during the Game Awards. Like, I think the date that they had a trailer for was the 6th. I think it was the 6th. And then, like, the Game Awards is the 7th. So maybe, like, they'll do a teaser trailer and then a full reveal trailer during the Game Awards. Anything's possible right now. But guess how long it's been between releases? And this is typical now of Rockstar and like their polish and stuff like that. But guess how long it's been?
Fucking forever.
Well, no kidding. Give me a number.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 5. I'm probably pulling this out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure 5 was out when I was in high school.
I don't think you were in high school then.
I'll go with 2010. Just to, I know that's probably bullshit, but
So you think it's been 13 years?
I think so.
You're very close. It's been 10.
No shit. Okay.
GTA 5 came out in 2013. Yeah, and that was originally on PS4 and Xbox One, and then next gen consoles finally got it on in 2020.
PS4 is 10 years old? Over 10 years old? Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. I had all the consoles written down somewhere too to like figure out how long it's been between consoles because I was curious. Like, usually the consoles kind of run in the same cycles where they're out at the same time for about the same amount of time, and then they introduce the new ones. But that was kind of like all up in the air too until the 360 came around and then the PS3, and then they ran in the same circuits.
Right.
But it's been generally like anywhere from 6 to 8 years is a new typical console life. Before it was like 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm just seeing if I can find it. There it is. I got it. Let's see. We'll get back on the regular topic here in a second, but just for fun, how long do you think the 360 was out for? Number of years.
Oh fuck. That's
Go with your gut.
5 years.
Close. 8.
Okay.
And then the Xbox One was out for 7 years. The Xbox Series X, which is what we're at right now, has only been out for 3 so far.
Damn.
Same thing with Sony. PS2, 7 years. PS3 was 6 years. PS4 was 7 years.
It has not been 7 years. Oh, set between the release from PS2 and
PS3, right?
The PS2 was the PlayStation 1 switched over to PS2 in 2000. And then from 2000 to 2007 was the PS2 era. That lasted for 7 years. Then the PS3 came out in '07 and lasted until 2013.
Yeah, and then I remember because they borrowed the Spider-Man text at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. What were we talking about again? Got off track.
Season of the Wish.
Oh.
No, we were talking about
Season of the
GTA.
Wish.
Yeah.
Oh, GTA, yeah. God damn it. You got me all confused. Anyway, we're getting a trailer for GTA 6 next month. Cool. Yay. On to the next one.
Well, talking about a new talking about whores looking into shit.
Wait, what? What?
Ah,
What? You say whores or horrors?
Whores,
Oh, okay.
like
Whores?
prostitutes.
Right, looking into things?
Yeah.
What? Where are you going with this?
GTA 6 has horse.
No, yeah, okay. Where are we going with this?
I'm trying to segue into my next topic.
I'm waiting for it.
Apparently, Elon Musk is going to be looking into PlayStation and Xbox removing Twitter X support.
What is he going to do about it? That's up to Sony.
Yeah, basically. Sony basically said that as of November 13th, which is today. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a
Yeah, we're
this was a
recording
topic
on
I
Monday.
read last week. Yeah. They are stopping their Twitter X support for PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people talking about Sony ending that support, and it's like, well, what's the point of the share button now? You know better than I do. I don't have a PlayStation right now.
I never used it anyways.
Oh, well, there you go.
Share with Twitch. Share with other things. Just
Okay.
Apparently not Twitter X anymore.
Mhm.
But yeah,
basically PlayStation is saying you can still share your stuff. You just can't do it directly through us now. But the people are saying that this is caused because of him wanting to charge companies a minimum of like 42,000 to access the social media's API.
Any way to make that company profitable after his fucking purchase.
Oh Jesus! Well, don't fuck shit up. The company it was profitable to some degree apparently. Prior
It was
to
staying
him
afloat
owning it.
and worked.
Right.
And how he's like,
Well-
I know more than everybody. Watch me tank it.
Oh fuck.
I mean, that's what it feels like looking from the outside in.
Right. I doubt he's gonna do shit. Cause there's no way. He said he was
There's
gonna
nothing
do
he
shit when
can
he.
do. It's up to the console's manufacturer's discretion. If they don't want to support it, they don't have to. I mean,
Right.
they don't have to ask the user base, hey, you want to keep these things? Let's hear it. They'll be like, okay, this is too resource intensive. We're not using it. Nobody's using it. So we're going to free up that space by taking it off.
Right.
No different.
Or-
They don't have to
or-
check in with anybody. They can do it as they want.
right. I think the only thing he's going to be able to do is
Say hey, we won't charge you this. Please keep your functions with us.
I mean, if people are not using those things on the console, though, there's no reason not to get rid of it.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here's a good segue. Talk about, hang on. Talking about purchases that end up biting you in the ass later on.
Uh-huh.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Hang on. Let me try that again. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, the new one, not the old one, the new one.
Uh-huh.
I talked to you about this at the wedding. The campaign is only about 3 to 4 hours long for a fucking $60 or $70 game. And nobody's happy about it, apparently.
Yep. I don't
Well,
remember if
go ahead.
was it you that told me this or not, but the community tried to shit on it, but they shat on the wrong game.
Yes, so they were review bombing Modern Warfare 3, but instead of doing the 2023 Modern Warfare 3, they went back and did it for the original Modern Warfare 3 and was review bombing that one. So like, nice job. You need to learn to read. Now, I completely understand their sentiment in being upset about it, but you got to pay attention where you're pointing that thing.
Yeah, basically.
A lot of the things that I kept reading about it, though, is just like the campaign itself felt hollow.
Mm-hmm.
There was not really any substance, or not really any substance to it. They praised it for trying to be more freeform and like not linear like it used to be, whereas you're just like trudging through arenas, being pointed towards an objective or whatever. Except that the open areas felt more like mini Warzone maps, which was their battle royale thing, rather than actually being a cohesive thing. It just felt like
Right.
you're wandering around an open map from one point to another point, and the stealth sections were just meh. The gameplay itself was just like, do these 3 objectives here and go here and do another 3 objectives kind of thing. It was very
Yeah.
shallow. So, I'm curious what other people think. I need to find some people in my life that have bought it, and I want to know if they actually liked it or not. Because it's kind of a big departure from like the typical Call of Duty campaigns and stuff.
Right. And if they liked it, was it worth the price point?
Yeah, but I mean, Halo to some extent too, but Call of Duty was always about the multiplayer. Like the campaign was there, but people loved playing multiplayer.
Yeah, but if you're paying, God knows how much money for the campaign, and there's nothing in the campaign, what the fuck are you paying for?
If Call of Duty had, well, they did. The Warzone was a free multiplayer version, but people will buy Call of Duty when it comes out, just like Halo and stuff, because it's just one of those games. But yeah, people are usually buying the multiplayer rather than the campaign. I don't really hear about people praising the campaign.
Yeah, but if you're, what I was trying to say, or what I'm trying to get at is, yeah, people may be buying it for the multiplayer, but at the same time, if the purpose of the thing is to pay for the campaign, if you care about the multiplayer, you're not gonna buy it. You're not gonna buy it for the campaign. Well, unless I'm missing something, is there like multiplayer functions with this extra, or with the campaign that they're buying, or is it just the campaign that they're at?
No. It's you get both when you buy the game, but
Yeah.
people are buying it. People are buying the game to have access to multiplayer. They're not buying it because they like the campaign. They just like the game. They like how it feels and how it plays, and they're just
Yeah.
Call of Duty is ingrained in them. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's all. It's just very surprising, and I kept reading about. I guess some of the dev work on it was rushed, and people were kind of feeling burnt out from it and stuff, just because like they had to hurry and get it out. So that's unfortunate to hear too.
It basically seems like the same song and dance we're hearing left and right, and along with
Yeah,
another thing.
I don't know how bad their working conditions were, but I kept seeing stuff about them that the product itself was a rushed thing, and I guess no layoffs from them yet. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But you know that Amazon's in the business of making games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their games division just laid off 180 employees.
That's what I was getting at.
I'm sorry. I just saw that happened today, I think, or recently.
Um, According, it was confirmed via an internal email from their VP of games. Um, they had sent out emails to all the employees that they were laying off. They actually sent it to a couple of video game news sources to confirm. That way,
Hmm.
they know what was said. Um, Apparently, this isn't the only set of layoffs that they've done this year. In the
No,
same division, they did like 100 layoffs in April.
something like that. Yeah, we
Uh,
might have covered it. I don't remember.
this time around, the layoffs included their entire um, Twitch channel, uh, known as Crown Channel. I've never heard of them.
Me
Then again,
neither.
I don't watch Twitch that often. Um, but what is kind of pissing me off is their explanation as to why. Is according to the exec, he explained that they are listening to the customers and will be focusing more on its resources for the free games that Prime offers. And he's blaming that those changes are the reason for the layoffs. I was like,
That's that's odd.
yeah. I'm sure he said it differently, but the way it's coming off from the parts that I read, it's a bit assholish, to be honest.
I don't know if
Um,
this is what he meant or if how they're looking at it, but the way you said it made it sound like they're saying we need to fire these people so that way we have that income so you guys can have free games.
that's how it sounded to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or it'd be like they're not making money off the free games or as much money off the free games as they would like. So hey, guess what? We can't pay these people because you
Right.
guys want more of this.
Layoffs always suck. And
Yeah.
apparently we're not done this year yet because it's still happening.
Uh huh. It's. I think the article I was reading was basically exemplifying the fact that this is like a weekly or almost weekly occurrence to the point that like developers are pushing even more for unionization because of stupid shit like this.
Yeah, they have to protect themselves, of course.
Yeah. Let's
And I
see. They.
guess go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was gonna say they even gave a list of like all the companies that have like laid people off so far, like Fire Access, Ubisoft, Unity, CD Projekt
Embracer,
Red, yeah, Take Two,
and
Meta,
now
all
Amazon,
them.
Epic.
Yeah, it's
And
ridiculous.
what I since I mentioned Epic and we were going down the list, besides that, I think part of the reason of Epic's layoffs too was because the Epic Game Store is just not profitable.
Mm.
From what I was reading and stuff, like they were trying to push themselves to be at least 50% of the market value for PC
Mm.
gaming. Not even close to it. Valve is
Yeah.
like 38%, to give you some sort of an example.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, some of the news came out during the Epic versus Apple trial, where they were pushing and hoping to claim at least 50% of the PC gaming revenue.
Mm-hmm.
I think they only got to like 12%, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're throwing money at the situation and nothing's happening. Like with all the free games that they give you and all the deals that they cut with developers and the money that they're giving them, so that way their games are on the Epic Store only as an exclusive or a timed exclusive and shit.
Mm.
Didn't seem to help them business wise. So then they turn around and lay off 900 people to make up that difference. That's just me speculating. I don't know that that's necessarily the case, but it's what it looks like.
That's what it sounds like to me. Seems to be that way, not even just in the gaming industry, to be honest.
No, but this year has been really bad about layoffs, and which
Oh yeah.
that's sad too, considering this. I think I mentioned this before, but this is the year where things have finally kind of caught up. We're actually seeing games that were supposed to have come out before finally coming out, or some newer
Yeah.
games hitting shelves that are like at the quality or level that we would have expected earlier in the console cycle,
Mm-hmm.
or like I don't even know, just setting expectations and then everything being pushed because of COVID and stuff, we're actually now getting those games that we were looking forward to.
Yeah.
Kind of as evidenced by that list that I put on the bottom of the dock, where it's like the first 10. No, not even that. I think it's the games on Metacritic that were all over the score of 90 this year.
Mm.
There's a shit ton of them on there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, the quality's there, but they all hit all at once this year. So, if games are coming out and they're excellent and people are buying them and stuff, why the hell are we having these layoffs?
I don't know.
It
Poor
sucks.
spending, poor planning.
I don't know. The industry itself is really weird because of how things ebb and flow, but there needs to be something better in place for employee retention. There's no reason why one of the top entertainment industries is having such a hard time retaining people.
I agree.
Because you can't go from saying, "Hey, we're having a good year as far as like certain games and stuff like that," and then turn around and, "Hey, we're firing people."
Oops, I just punched my mic. And another thing that came up too that is not going to help this conversation either is it's an interesting idea, but I can also see the other side of this, where Xbox and in-world AI are partnering to quote unquote empower game creators with generative AI.
Mm.
I showed you this too. What was your
Yeah.
take on it? Like, what'd you think? I don't know if you read through it or anything like that, but just reading that, how do you feel about it, or what do you think it would be about?
I have mixed feelings. Like the base. I like the idea behind it as to why. Like it would solve a lot of things that with games that the issues that people complain about, like open world games where there's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
An AI generative system would help with that. At least in my mind, that would help like generate dialogue, quests, shit like that, stuff for you to do.
So to your point, that is something that they touched on and said that that's what they're kind of shooting for with it. It was to help with game development, specifically with turning prompts into scripts and dialogue trees and
Yeah.
quests. Excuse me. It would also use something called the AI character runtime engine, which would enable dynamically generated narrative and then turn those into like different stories and quests and dialogue options for players.
Mm.
So yeah, sure, I get that. I was also reading a couple different devs' takes on that, and you can set that up yourself basically without needing AI to constantly generate stuff, so long as you have. I forget the words that he said specifically, but if you have these things on the back end, you don't really need those tools because it's going to be just a variation of the same things over and over anyway. Fallout 4 has something similar to that in their infinitely repeatable quests, but it's the same shit. You see the same things over and over. There's not much variation. The most variance you can get would be like all the different NPCs. They'll all look different, sound different, say different things, give you quote unquote different quests, but it's going to be a variation of go find these few things or go hunt these animals or something like that, depending on the game.
Right. I think that's where I'm going to have the mixed feelings. It's the fact that especially in the time frame that they're coming up with this, is the fact that for minor things to be done, I can see that working in a way so that you can focus developers on other things, but at the same time, it also can be taken the wrong way, where I'd be like, oh, let's not. Especially now, where people are looking at it and hearing that statement, companies are laying off people left and right, and be like, oh, we want to use this now. Well,
Yeah,
fuck you.
so
It
that
sounds
sounds like a replacement, but like to your point of that,
right.
that was what a lot of the pushback for this news came from too. It's like we've had over 6,000 layoffs across the gaming industry this year alone, and you want to
Yeah.
tout AI, that it would more or less probably hamper a lot of people's work. Not a good
Yeah.
look.
No, it doesn't. It has to be. It's one of those things that it has to be a tool and not a replacement.
Right. Do you remember the one multiplayer game I was talking to you about called the Finals?
Mhm.
So the beta itself actually used a lot of AI voice work.
Mhm.
So like there's announcers that call play-by-plays in the game and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I guess a lot of that stuff is AI. It's AI
Okay.
voices and like I guess prompts based on what's going on in the game. And when that came to light, people were upset about it. It's like, why would you use AI when voice actors can do this with a lot more inflection and character and have some sort of like emotion to it?
Mhm.
And what the developers, I believe, said was that yeah, for now they're using AI, but it's more of a placeholder or as a stepping stone. And like later on, I don't know if they were going to plan on adding voiceover for it themselves from like actual people or not,
Yeah.
but they said that it was just literally just a tool for the time being.
All right.
So,
And and
I
not
mean,
to
we'll
mention
see what
this.
comes from it, but
My thing is, at least in that particular scenario,
Even if it's not a placeholder, who's to say? Because the way, at least from my basic understanding, the way these AI tools work, it's they learn and generate based off of the information that's being fed into them.
they it may not sound good now because it's a placeholder, but who's to say if it's done right? Instead of them having pre-recorded statements and stuff like that, where the voice actor says certain statements and it gets repetitive because that stuff gets annoying.
hmm. But see,
You
AI can't really add those little nuance to the different takes and stuff. That's why people are saying you need like human voices because any take that you have can always have a different kind of variance to it, and you can just stack those on top of each other and have millions of different kinds.
Yes, but it.
I'm not exactly sure how to explain it, but like for example, where the AI could eventually learn if it develops well enough or to a certain point. And this is where combining the two is not having one replace the other. It's you still have the voice actors putting in the tools for these for the systems to learn. Keep adding more. Keep adding more. See, this is working. This is not. Tweak it. See how go back and forth. That way, with patches and stuff like that, they eventually becomes more streamlined and things of that nature. I can see that
But at
working,
that
but
point,
still
are you
keeping them.
teaching the AI to do the job for you, or are you using it as a tool to help with the development?
I, in my opinion, is I see it as in that case I see it as a tool. You're teaching it to do these things and having the voice actor do this stuff is is using it as a tool. Where down the line they may or may not for like stuff like that. Obviously, I would have an issue with using AI for like storyline stuff. I want an actual actor to do voiceover, but like background noise or background announcers and stuff like that, it gets annoying to hear the same announcements over and over and over again in the same tone and inflection and stuff like that. But for that type of stuff, you can teach the AI to, hey, say it certain ways or have a certain inflection or things of
Counter
that
argument
nature.
to that is you can have a person do the same thing too.
I think that's where the program. I think that's where me play.
You okay?
I'm trying. I'm trying to think of how. I see where you're getting at. I'm just trying to get my mind to grasp around it because I'm stuck on like
when for example, like sports games, how they have the announcers in the back and stuff like that, and it's still, and I'm still stuck on the fact that like when I played those games, I've played them often enough that I've listened to the same announcement said the same exact way over and over and over and over
Right,
again,
you know what the inflection is, you know how their tone is going to sound when
and
like certain
it's
things happen and
annoying.
stuff.
Right, it's
Now,
annoying as shit.
let me ask you something. How long ago was the last time you played one of those?
Quite a while ago.
Okay. A lot has changed in that time. Like I remember
Right.
playing old like WWE or WWF games and
Yeah.
the announcers would say the same things over and over with the same inflection, like they only had one or two takes and that's what they stuck with.
Right.
You should hear some of the announcements and things now. They have come a long way, and this is without
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah. You're right. I'd have to give it a shot and to even be able to say here or there on it.
You're allowed to have your opinion, though.
Yeah, but my opinion on those type of opinions are if you don't know well enough, having an opinion is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, but you at least try to stay informed.
Hmm. That's the problem. Not a lot of people do.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying you're better. You inform yourself. You do the research and you look.
I just wish more people did.
Yeah, me too. But that's the world we live in.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm excited about the idea of how AI works, but at the same time, I'm not for it replacing people.
Yeah, no. Use it as a tool, help you along with stuff like that, but don't
Yeah.
let it replace people.
I think I know like my career is not in my job industry is not exactly is not video games, but it's the perfect example of computers replacing people. I work in insurance. You see commercials all the time for Geico and Progressive and stuff like that. People go on the computer and get their own insurance, not knowing what the hell they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're replacing my job. So I kind of know that a little too. It hits a little close to home.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm excited about those type of systems because I like figuring out how that stuff works. But at the same time, it's not good.
You can see the evil laying underneath.
Yeah, pretty much.
What else is
Oh,
evil?
what else is evil?
Yeah.
According to a family in Arkansas, Microsoft and EA.
Yeah, we knew that, but what's wrong with them?
Apparently, they're getting sued for deliberately designing their games to foster addiction.
I think I read about this, and like their actual argument is like super paper thin, and it definitely like is one of those where it falls back on the parents for not doing their due diligence and parenting their child. But go ahead, read.
Oh yeah. The complaint was filed on October 30th. The suit is seeking damages for injuries related to. They're referring to the child as GD.
Goddamn.
Yeah. He has pain in his hands. Uh, Carpal tunnel. Guess what? That happens to a lot of people. Yours truly. Pain in shoulders and elbows. Get up and move. Related healthcare costs, statutory and punitive damages, and legal fees. Apparently, there's 14 counts of action, including negligence for not warning users of games' addictive qualities, deceit, and violation of Deceptive Trade Practices Act. Apparently, they name a variety of tactics video game companies, such as rubber
Read some of
banding, loot
those.
boxes. Huh?
Because I said read some of those because that's just them throwing shit at the wall and hoping something sticks.
Yeah, basically. It's not anything new. Rubber banding, loot boxes, pay to win transactions.
But do they even know what they mean by rubber banding?
I have no fucking clue.
That's usually a term in like online games where your character's snapping back between two positions because the server is trying to figure out where you actually were when there was a hiccup.
Oh, damn. If that's actually in the wording, holy shit.
And there's no such thing as pay to win transactions. That would throw off the entire game economy. If you're buying shit just so that way you're better than other people, it would tank your game.
Right.
Loot boxes, sure, that's one thing, but you're missing the boat on that. Things have changed so much since loot boxes were introduced that everybody knows about them and to be wary, and they usually have warnings about them and like give percentages on what your chance for getting certain things are in them now. So it's not like it's just like, here, buy this with your money and hope for the best. Now you can actually see what's up.
Not to mention, there are countries that have legitimate laws saying, hey,
Yes.
they're not allowed here.
And we talked about that before too.
Yeah. Uh, apparently, the lawyer that's representing the people, basically saying game addiction is serious, life-altering disorder that is stealing children's lives and disrupting families across the country. Parents like me often mistakenly think it's a failure on their part
It
when their
is.
children becomes addicted. Yes, it is. But through this litigation, we hope to shine a light on these companies' reprehensible actions, deceit, and manipulation. Don't buy it! Don't let your kids play!
Parent your child, set proper guidelines for them or like time frames to play. If there's something mentally ill with your child where they would rather escape into a game world rather than live outside of that, or they have an addictive personality or any other kind of underlying cause as to why they would rather just play a game all day, do your part as a parent to look into that and set, like, I don't know, guidelines is the only thing I can think of. You're the parent. Set the example.
It's not hard. Literally, when I think when we definitely talked about something similar to this because I remember talking about how I finally set up a profile for Sawyer a while back, and it was asking when we put the age restriction in there. I was asking how many hours do you want them to be able to play? Do you want us to shut off automatically? Do you want us to send them a warning?
Yeah, and that's you
What do you?
utilizing the console's built-in features too. Like that's
Yeah,
built to make it easier for you.
yeah, and that's right off the bat. That's in the setup.
Yeah.
So if you're bypassing that, then shame on you.
And in my defense, I didn't set up anything like that, but we have we have good goals for Amelia in mind. She knows what's expected. We're like, okay, you get an hour of game time. Which game would you like to play? We'll help you set it up. You do your
Yeah.
thing. Hour's up. She's done playing. Just saves it and shuts it off.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's like, just let me do one more thing, or I need to do this, which, I get. But she still stops.
Yeah.
It's not an obsessive thing. She knows on school nights, no games. Weekend, she's free to play.
All right.
Like granted, I still we're Callie and I aren't the best parents in the world, and because I'm Sawyer's. Oh,
You guys do well.
but we understand his behavior is a reflection of what we let him do
Right.
and what we let him get away with.
Right.
So
And be the change you want to see in the world. Start with your kids.
If they're being little assholes, beat their ass. No, I'm just kidding. No, don't call CPS. I swear to God.
I'm good. I'm good. No, but seriously, this is ridiculous. It sounds like
The Subway lawsuit and now it's the Taco Bell lawsuit recently.
What's that?
Was it Taco Bell? Or was it the other way around? I think it's the original lawsuit was Taco Bell, and now it's Subway, where they were saying, yeah, because the more recent one is the Subway, because they're saying their food isn't real tuna in the subs or something like that.
Ay.
and if anything,
The Subway capitalized on it, and was like, yeah.
we're using 100% real fish.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Ah. It's
Well-
definitely not the McDonald's lawsuit.
What, the hot coffee lady?
Yeah, that
That
was
was just
actually
unfortunate for her.
yeah, that one actually wasn't a.
Surprisingly enough, once you actually learned into it, you read into it. It actually was a legitimate thing. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
that's
not that she wanted to either.
It's common sense. They just wanted her to pay. Wanted them to pay her medical bills.
Yeah. And to her credit, it was found out that it was way over the temperature it should have been. It was a complete mishap
Yeah,
on their part, and she was all in the right to do so.
yeah.
but McDonald's definitely got their money's worth out of their lawyers. Holy shit!
Because now that poor lady thinks it was just a cash. People think it's just a cash grab.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read about it this week, but how do you feel about Sony having 12 live service games in the pipeline leading into 2026?
I thought they delayed a bunch of different games.
So that's what I'm getting at. They had
Yeah.
12 live service games in the pipeline ready for, or what they wanted to have ready by 2026, and they literally cut that in half. So now they're only going to have 6 coming out by that time. Yeah, I guess management confirmed it, or it confirmed that it partnered with Bungie, funny enough. So this
Yeah.
is part of like why they bought them, since Bungie was leading the way with live service games, Destiny. But they leaned on Bungie to do a quote unquote rigorous portfolio review process, and that led to some of the projects being scaled back. And at least 6 of them will now be released by 2025. Me personally, I think the live service or games as a service bubble has popped. It's just not going to work anymore. And I know we talked about it before, but Sony has got to make a hard pivot. The Last of Us multiplayer game, that was a live service game, I believe, and that's been put on ice. So that's one of those down already. Destiny is another one that's been continuing. They just had, what is that, Foam Stars, I think is a live service game, and I haven't heard anything good about that. That was the fucking, what's it called? The paint gun game, but for PlayStation. Help me out here. Splatoon.
yeah.
Yeah. But just any of those games as a service games in general, I feel like anybody who's trying to do it now has kind of missed the boat. The big ones are here and they're here to stay. No one's going to have enough time and bandwidth to spend on multiple games as a service games on your platform.
Yeah.
That's all. That's my opinion. But Sony had 12 and now they have 6. We'll see if any more come out after that, and if the ones that come out now come out when they do, hopefully they're good. I don't see them sticking around for very long, and if they do retain people enough to stay alive for a while, I'd be very surprised.
I agree.
Hopefully, if they do, hopefully as horrible as the statement may be, they dethrone Destiny and
Show them, hey, you guys
fucked up.
That would be really cool. Also hard to do. I feel like the only thing that's really going to dethrone Destiny is when Marathon comes out. And that's just Bungie dethroning themselves.
They better do it well, though, if that's the case.
Yeah, they got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, because if a whole bunch of people try it out and be like, what the fuck is this shit?
I highly doubt that, only because Bungie is Bungie, and they have a real good pedigree when it comes to games. But we'll see. Only time will tell. I mean, when all the layoffs and shit were coming out about Destiny, like, word came out about Marathon 2, and I guess, it was a pre-alpha, so sure, people were like, yeah, I would not play this right now because it's not ready, but it wasn't getting good feedback. So they still had a lot of work to do.
They went and laid off a bunch of people?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Want to know what else is dead besides these 6 games? Do you know what the Overwatch League is?
No. And that's probably why it's dead.
I mean, maybe, but probably to a lesser extent. It's more just it's been going downhill, and then all the shit that went down with Activision, Blizzard, and um, like internal stuff that went on, and the fiasco that was Overwatch 2. Just all that stuff is not helping it. But what the Overwatch League was akin to like football, where
Yep.
like different states and stuff had their own teams,
Mm.
and they would compete in esports, Overwatch specifically. But that's what it was, and it's been going on for a few years. But I guess it was started back in 2016, but it looks like Activision is they had confirmed that they're all done with it. They're not going to be, I don't even know, focusing on it anymore, tent poling it, working with it anymore. They're just going to
Okay.
cut back and focus on other stuff. But it's been going on for a while. It did pretty well. A lot of people knew about the teams that from the different states.
Yeah.
It was cool.
And I knew there were esports, but I didn't think like our states actually had a legitimate teams. I thought they were just like, hey,
This
go
was
to
one of the
tournaments
first of their kind. Besides like having obviously teams that comprise of people that can be in the same state or different states and you just work together, or even colleges now have some esports teams. It's becoming a bigger thing than it was.
that's nuts.
Just to think about it, like when we were in college, it was video game clubs and shit like that.
Now there's legitimate teams.
Times have changed, man.
Yes, they have.
I still follow all the Halo tournaments and stuff just because I grew up watching that. Hey, I've done my fair share of tournaments. I did pretty well.
The only tournaments I ever did was Beyblade.
All right.
And I'd always get beat by the fake metal rings from Japan. Fuck that shit.
Cheaters.
Like assholes.
So,
Well, yeah.
what
I
else
got
do you
some
got
good
for
news,
me
mate.
before we talk about nominees?
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about something good for once.
Okay. What's good?
Are
You excited about Nintendo's next
Foray
cinema
into
venture?
the movie? Yeah. Although I'm also trepidatious.
Why?
I don't know what they're going to do with it. Go ahead, say what it is first.
Apparently, Nintendo is developing a Legend of Zelda video game live action film.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of that part is what's worrying me is them saying live action.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like something that could that right there already puts the kibosh on there possibly being like Nintendo Cinematic Universe,
Mm-hmm.
where there's where eventually everything merges into a
Smash Brothers Brawl movie?
That would be very interesting if they could work that out. But yeah, once they said it, like Miyamoto confirmed that they're making a movie, I'm like, oh, cool. Wonder what it's going to be like. And then I saw live action. I'm like, uh-oh. Because my mind first went to like anime movies from Japan. Like, I think, did you send me something about Yu Yu Hakusho? How they got a movie coming out or a series?
I don't think so, but I've seen the images. I'm like, I hope not, because it's being
Yeah.
developed by Netflix, and they haven't been too good with the live action adaptations.
One Piece was supposed to be pretty good.
okay, fair enough.
But even still, when you think about those, your first reaction is like, it's not, oh, this is going to be great. It's more like, oh no, how are they going to mess it up?
Pretty much, because look, we have Dragon Ball Evolution, we have freaking, we have Death Note, we have what else? They came out with live action Bleach, came out with live action Full Metal.
Japan had a live action JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh Jesus! For the love of God, no,
Yeah.
please.
But I mean, I'm holding out hope that it's going to be okay, mainly
Mhm.
because Nintendo's going to have their people co-directing it and are right there. So
Right.
they're going to have a lot of say in stuff, but I don't know. It's weird.
Just don't let it turn into another original Super Mario's movie.
I was going to reference that and say, you remember when the last time they did a live action movie was? That
Ugh.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we saw how that happened or worked out, turned out.
Or at least don't get a Spanish guy to play to get to play an Italian person.
But bring back Dennis Hopper.
Oh Jesus. On the bright side, at least one of the producers they were able to get with Avi Arad. If you don't know,
Yeah,
he's worked.
yeah. A lot of people are back and forth on him because he has good movies and shit movies. He's not very
A lot of the
consistent.
movies he's done I've liked, so I'm not gonna
Okay.
complain about that.
All right.
I didn't care for the Maze Runner though, so I'm not exactly sure I'm behind their director.
You know, I watched that movie too, and it was kind of interesting, but as it kept going on, I'm just like, eh, less interesting
Yeah.
now.
Also, at that point, I think we got like we had a lot of fatigue from those type of movies.
Yeah, it was all like time to make young adult books into movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If the live action, but if you change your mind and go into CGI like you did with Mario,
We'll see.
I'm all for it.
Like I said, I'm holding out hope. Hope for
Mm.
the best, expect the worst.
That was supposed to be a feel good topic.
I'm excited. It's cool news. Everybody's been waiting for something like that, but
Mm.
we'll see if it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Want to talk nominees?
Okay, last bit of bad news though.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Make me sad.
good, sad, not bad news, sad news, but good for him.
Okay, make me sad.
The the art director from Blizzard is he's retiring after 32 years. The guy who invented the name for Warcraft.
I don't know who that is.
Samwise Didier.
Gamgee.
If yeah, I was gonna say that too. Apparently he joined the company back in '91 when it was still called
Damn.
Silicon and Synapse.
And 32 years? Oof.
Mm-hmm. He's actually the guy that came up with not only with the name for Warcraft, which ironically enough was based off his D&D character,
Nice.
by the same name. He actually is the one that developed the signature art style for Warcraft.
Wow.
Yeah, but he'd done a lot over there. But
Yeah, in his 32 years, I would expect him to have done a lot.
well, apparently he created the Pandaren race, the
Interesting.
pandas.
Mm-hmm.
Worked on multiple titles. He did voice acting, music, and storytelling for multiple of their games. So,
Busy dude.
Good
Can
for
deserve a
him.
break.
A little bit. But that seems to be happening a lot lately too. What the fuck?
Yeah, we mentioned that I think on the last one, where it's like all these people we grew up making games and playing their games and stuff. It's like, I'm done now. I'm tired. It's time to go home. It's like, no, what am I gonna do now?
Oh Jesus! I think I would cry if like I hear Tetsuya Nomura decides to freaking hang up his hat.
That might be coming up soon, though. I mean, if they keep making Final Fantasy games, I'm sure he'll stick around. But there's gonna be a point where he's just like, can't do it anymore.
Basically, maybe he'll pull a Miyazaki and retire after every installment and be like, oh, I'm coming back to
I'm
do
done.
one more.
I'm back. I'm done. I'm back.
I still can't believe that the little tidbit that Meg told us at the wedding, that it's Ghibli, not Ghibli.
Mm-hmm. I pronounce it how I want.
I didn't know that. I always called it Ghibli.
So did I. But like I said, if you want to pronounce it in English, GH makes an F sound, so it's Studio Fibli. Now can we talk nominees?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
Bye.
All right, ready? Game of the
Yes.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to just read them, or you want to take a guess, or you want me to read them and then you tell me who you think's going to win?
You read them, and I will tell you who I think is going to
Okay. Game of the year.
win. Mm-hmm.
Alan Wake 2,
Not
Baldur's Gate
surprised.
3, Spider-Man 2, Resident
Uh-huh.
Evil 4 Remake, Mario
Mm-hmm.
Wonder, or
Mm-hmm.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Ooh.
Notice no Starfield on there.
Yeah. Why?
Don't know. I don't know the process of deciding games.
I'm gonna just because of how much talk it was. I'm gonna have to give it to Baldur's Gate.
Me too. Baldur's Gate just recently, the Golden Joystick Awards for like different categories and shit just happened. They took
Hmm.
home 7 or 8 awards alone. Hell yeah.
It
Let
was
me point out a
deserved.
key fact about Baldur's Gate, or Larian Studios. They're an
Mhm.
independent studio. That's a big
Yeah,
fucking
that's a
deal.
big fu. Yeah, I was like, that's a big fu, people.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Baldur's Gate 3 is who I'm hoping that wins that.
I hope so too, because it's gonna show. Hey,
My
take your
second hope is
time.
Alan Wake, but that's my bias.
Well, seeing as a whole bunch of the games on that list are ones that you play.
I've played like almost all those games on that list except for 2.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read best game direction or skip to another one?
Seeing as I've never played any of them, you can skip that one.
Oh, okay. Well, there's 5 in that category, but all good. Next, best narrative.
Baldur's Gate.
Hang on. Sometimes these might change. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16, or Spider-Man.
Baldur's Gate.
You think that's going to win best narrative?
Probably.
If I had to guess,
I know it's
I
not going to
would-
be Final Fantasy. I can tell
I,
you that much.
I don't. Okay, if Baldur's Gate 3 wins, I'll be surprised. I have a feeling that it's either going to be Cyberpunk or Spider-Man.
Really. Your
Yeah.
reasoning.
The story alone.
I thought Baldur's Gate had a really good story too.
I mean, you have a. The story is like you are working with your teams because you have like some sort of mind flayer polyp that's invading your brain, and you're trying to stop the mind flayer so it doesn't happen. I think
Mm-hmm.
typical D&D thing.
Yeah.
So you say Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut because last time I went against my gut, I got screwed.
I don't know if you're gonna watch the Game Awards this year, but we should also like write down these things and like pick our
Mhm.
winners, and then watch it and see how close we get, and then we could talk about it on the podcast.
Yes, what we were
Best-
supposed to have done last time.
Yeah, well, we're doing it early enough this time.
Okay.
Best art direction:
Ooh.
Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Wonder, or Tears of the Kingdom. Please let it be Hi-Fi Rush. For art direction, of course.
Yeah, it's unique. I like that art.
It's super unique and it's done so well. Mario
Mhm.
Wonder would be my second follow-up for that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Best music and score. I don't know if you know much about the music and stuff, but we got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, and Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm gonna go with 16.
Yeah?
Yep.
Probably a good bet. Out of all these, I haven't really listened to Baldur's Gate's music yet, so I don't know. But 16 is probably a good bet. Hi-Fi Rush is a really good choice too because it's super artsy with the music, but
Yeah.
it's different compared to these ones too.
Right. Way I see it is the way Final Fantasy, and it's biased. Like even though I haven't played 16, knowing how the music is in other games, to the point that they have their own concerts,
Hmm.
it says a lot. So I'm gonna give it to them.
Did you ever watch that video I sent you from Alan
What
Wake?
one?
I asked you to watch something knowing that it's a survival horror game, and then tell me I asked you to
No, not
explain the
yet.
game. Okay,
I completely forgot all about it.
I'll bring it up again when we're done recording.
Okay.
Best ongoing game, don't care. Oh yeah, best community support: Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, or No Man's Sky.
Ooh. That's a toughie.
I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
It would be so fucking ironic if Destiny won.
I want them to win just as a big fu to Bungie and say, hey, guess what? You just fired the team that won you that award.
Exactly. Oh, here's a category that's getting a lot of contention from people, and I'll explain it.
Okay.
Best independent game. Okay?
Okay.
Indie game, indie studio game, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Cocoon, Dave the
Mhm.
Diver,
Mhm.
Dredge, Sea of
Mhm.
Stars, or
Mhm.
Viewfinder.
Didn't you say Baldur's Gate was an indie developer?
Correct. However, not on this list. Here's the thing. Dave the Diver is on this list. Not developed by an indie studio. It was developed by Mint Rocket, which is a subsidiary of Nexon, which is a bigger gaming company.
Yeah.
Not an independent studio. But people are arguing it's not that it's from an independent studio. Indie is now kind of transcended that, and it's more of a look and artistic feel rather than being something from an independent studio, which I would disagree with. Sure,
Yeah, it has.
indie titles have that look to it, and you can usually tell because of like whatever polish they put on it or their style or direction they're going with it is.
Mm.
But I would say it's more the developers making those games rather than the artistic style or anything like that.
Right. It goes along the lines of it goes back to the conversation we had a few weeks back about the difference between JRPGs and RPGs.
Hmm.
It's it's a specific genre. You know it's hailed from this type of things. Indie games are from indie developers.
Right.
So
It's not an art style. It's I want to say lifestyle, but it's not even that. It's just that's
yeah.
the luck of the draw for the studio.
Right.
But a lot of people are upset that Dave the Diver's on there, and they said if you want to really do it about indie studios, they should not be on there and change it out for Baldur's Gate 3.
Right. Which
So,
would
yeah.
smack all those other games in the face.
Anyway, I'm hoping that Sea of Stars wins. Follow up is Dredge.
Mm.
What do you think?
I'll go Sea
I,
of
I
Stars.
really like Cocoon too, but I don't see that winning.
No.
Sea of Stars, okay. Ooh, best debut indie game. Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, or Viewfinder. I get this
Fuck is
funny.
Venba?
Venba is the Indian cooking game.
oh, okay.
I
not
have
gonna be
a
that
funny
one.
feeling. No, probably not. It's probably going to be Dredge or Pizza Tower. Most likely Dredge.
Yep.
It's my guess. Here you go, just for you. Best mobile game. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, or Terra Nil.
Ooh. As much as I would like it to be Ever Crisis, but I'm gonna give it to Honkai, cause I hear about it all the freaking time.
I have a feeling it's going to be Honkai 2. I'll be very surprised if it's Terra Nil.
I've never heard of that one.
Don't care about AR or VR, I guess. Ooh, best action game. Armored Core 6, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, or Remnant 2.
Hi-Fi Rush.
That's your vote?
Yep.
It has a good shot. I have a funny feeling that it might be Remnant 2.
Most
That's
likely.
just my guess. I'm hoping for Hi-Fi Rush, though. Best action adventure. Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Jedi Survivor, or Tears of the Kingdom.
Ooh.
If Jedi Survivor didn't have as many issues that it did on launch and stuff, I have a feeling that it would have a better shot. But I'm going to guess and say it's going to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Follow up with Alan Wake.
Mm-hmm. I was originally thinking Alan Wake until you said Spider-Man. I'm like, nope.
Best RPG. Not JRPG, just RPG.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate 3,
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 16,
Mm-hmm.
Lies of P, which I can see why they would put that in RPG, Sea
Mhm.
of Stars,
Yep.
or Starfield.
Baldur's Gate.
That's going to be tough. Because I can see it being either Baldur's Gate 3 or Sea of Stars, depending on which way you lean when you think RPG.
Mm.
For all intents and purposes, Baldur's Gate 3 is a RPG-ass RPG.
Yeah.
Best fighting game. God of Rock? I don't remember hearing about that.
Mm.
Mortal Kombat 1. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawls 2. Pocket Bravery. Never heard of that. Or Street Fighter 6. I want Nicktoons All-Star Brawl to go just because it'd be funny. It would
So
be
wait,
very
that's not
funny
the
for that.
that's not the one that went in hiatus, was it? Or am I thinking of the Warner Brothers one?
I think you're thinking of the Warner Brothers one because this is the sequel to one that came out already.
Okay.
So it'd just be funny if it beat out Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 6. So that's my joke answer. I'd like to see him win. Probably not. If I had to
Yeah.
guess, man, it'd be hard to. Probably Street Fighter 6 would win between that and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'd have to say if I'm gonna give it choose between Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6, I'd probably do Street Fighter 6. Just basing my answer off the fact that there were less complaints.
Hmm. I don't know which way this would go. Best multiplayer game. Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, or Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's probably going to go to one of the first two. Baldur's Gate 3 or Diablo 4.
Mm.
You know, Mario Wonder could be a complete upset, though.
It would. I can see it happening.
Yes. Might have gotten through all the games already. Ooh, here's a fun one. Most anticipated game. Final Fantasy Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, or Tekken 8. I think this one's pretty much got it clinched. Rebirth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta see me some shish kebab Eris.
The I think it was the ESRB ratings or something. The game was rated, and there was descriptions that came along with it. And some people think maybe they accidentally let some things slip in those descriptions. Like they didn't say specifically who or what or when or how or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the descriptors they used for certain things made people think of the original game and what happened with Eris.
Mm-hmm.
They just mentioned like
Murder.
people. Well, yeah, but just said like people engage in melee combat with swords, knives, guns, staffs, magic. There are scenes of like characters in pools of blood or being slashed or impaled and stuff like that, and they really focused on the impaled thing. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Now that could apply to anything in that game because anybody can get stuck with a sword, but
Mm.
people stuck to that and was like, wait a minute.
If I, yeah, you can't use that excuse because if I remember correctly, in the original game, Cloud gets impaled as well in a flashback scene,
The word
and then he just
impaled
gets
loses all
launched.
meaning because all I think of is Olaf, and he goes, "Yeah, I've been impaled." God damn it!
I think I would die if in the next Kingdom Hearts installment they just have Eris and Olaf next to each other, and that happens to him.
Mm.
I would just die if that conversation ever happened. I'll be happy.
Okay. Ooh. So that's basically all the things. There's a lot more, but it's just like esports team and esports coach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We can do that independently if you want. But last question, I guess, before we go, just for you, since we mentioned Kingdom Hearts, how long until you think the next one comes out? And do you think that series will ever be finished? Do you think they'll actually like wrap it up and say, "Here's the definitive end"?
I don't think so. I don't think it will. I think it's gonna be along the same lines as they're gonna try and milk it like they can with the Final Fantasy games. Either that or it's gonna go the way of the Marvel and not sail off into a not so nice sunset.
Mm. All right. I think they
I
need
would
a new
like to have
protagonist at this point. Like wrap up
Yeah.
Sora's story and then make up something new. It could work doing that. But this
It
whole
could.
8-year development cycle is not really helping them.
No, but then again, Nintendo was able to get away with Ash being 10 years old for 20 something years. So
To be fair, that's not Nintendo. That's the Pokemon Company.
they still allowed that shit to happen.
You're not wrong. It did. I don't know how, but it did. I forgot what I was going to say next, so that's probably a good indicator that I need to go to bed. Probably nothing important anyway. I'm fully expecting some news tomorrow that we're going to miss out on since we recorded today. But that'll be fodder for next week.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, some of the rumors that I'm hoping comes true is that they make an announcement on the next Switch.
That's definitely not happening tomorrow, because tomorrow is just their indie showcase.
Yep.
There have been some higher up people at Nintendo who are shooting down rumors of the Switch 2 and saying that they're still focused on the Switch. But just recently, one of the pages, like the FAQ pages on the Switch's website or on the Nintendo website, they talked about how they are using systems to keep backups of your current system or your game saves and stuff like that to be able to carry forward. Like I forget the specific wording itself, but it's like it's alluding to carrying progression and your game saves and things like that forward into a new generation.
Yay!
So it's like things are moving. Not telling us what's going on, but things are definitely looking like they're moving towards something else.
Do it. I'll buy you.
You still haven't bought the Switch yet.
I know.
And they plan to support it for a while still, too, even if they do bring out a new one. And Lauren's starting to wake up, so we need to wrap up.
Okay.
Okay.
Night, folks.
Okay. Is that what we're doing?
Yep. So where can they find us?
everywhere. I got all this stuff up on YouTube now, so go check that out. Even though it's just us with a pretty background now. We'll get our pretty faces up there sometime when we actually get better cameras and are able to record it steadily. I think. Yeah. Until then, we're on all the socials. I'm trying to get our name out there. People listen to us. We'll get there.
Yeah. Just want to share with your friends.
Yes.
Wish us upon your neighbors.
Wish us upon your neighbors. All right. Take over their Bluetooth from your house and just play the podcast.
Oh my god. Yeah, get one of those radio tuners. Plug it in and plug it into your car and take over people's radio stations.
Goodbye, Mike.
Bye.
They're talking about taking over radio stations and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, good night.
Good night.